Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to episode, I want to say 14, of Steele Forces You to Watch Him Play Hades. It has been some time since I have last recorded an episode after my embarrassing defeat at the hands of a number of rats. So soon after finally vanquishing our most annoying foe, as opposed to our most dangerous foe, Skelly. But alas, all we can do is get back on our feet and keep going, and we did pick up this, the Adamant Rail, which I am very excited to put to work. And so without any further ado, let's go ahead and do exactly that.
Back.
Wouldn't dream of it. Now, I feel like I'll be able to get into the swing of things pretty
I
quickly.
understand you nearly reached the surface lately, Zagreus.
I did.
My confidence remains unshaken that you shall get out of there eventually.
Thanks,
No matter
Athena.
what sorts of unknown horrors lie shrouded beyond the boundary there.
It's rats. The horrors are all rats. My specialist stronger can deflect, so we've got the rail. Now, I have used Athena's cast in the past and not disliked it. And you know what? I don't think, so the special is that bombardment. I don't think it being able to deflect is going to be great. I think a failing shot is our best bet. Yeah, I'm liking that. Beautiful. That said, what am I doing using the failing shot when I've got a shiny gun? Yes, as I was saying, and also speaking of shiny guns, it has been some time since I have played Hades on camera. Ooh, that's a trap. I don't know if I've used that one before. Used it. Stumbled into it, more like. Need to keep an eye on my ammo and be sure to reload regularly. So I am feeling just a smidge rusty. Let's snag some HP. It's been a while since I've played Hades. I wrapped up the run that culminated in the last episode. That was all in one session. And then I did... Wow. Rusty indeed. It's fine. We can pick up shortly. We're already getting better. I played a little bit in a second save, just trying to get a little bit of practice in. But I had to stop before too long because as I'm sure you've determined at this point, this game is just constantly rolling out new features in every run, and I was already quickly getting to the point where I would end up spoiling myself. And I'd rather leave most of the discoveries in my on-camera gameplay so that I can share it with you. I did not get any further though. Still, the culmination of the last episode is the only time that I have beaten Theseus and come within grasping distance of the surface. That is to say, you know, until this run. That's coming up. I am definitely liking the Athena cast. Don't know how well it'll scale, but it is doing some pretty nice damage for cast that we get in the first room. I mentioned, speaking of shiny guns earlier, I've been playing a lot of Call of Duty Modern Warfare. As myself and a roommate have been getting into a little bit of Warzone's duos. Warzones, he says, sounding like a 60-year-old. Warzone, the Battle Royale. Pew! And that has been a blast, and I've also just been playing a little bit of the standard multiplayer to varying degrees of success. Come on, buddy. There we go. And I actually was playing a little bit of, I've got a good high school buddy who has a Twitch stream that he's managed to build up quite the audience for. I think I may have mentioned him in an early episode. And he plays a lot of Modern Warfare, plays a lot of Warzone. He has lately been doing some private Warzone matches with his viewers, so I was able to hop in one of those. And in my crowning achievement of the week, only because I beat Theseus last week, but my crowning achievement of the week today was joining that, and it was mostly, thank you, mostly people in squads, people in groups of 2 or 3, and I went in solo to one of the matches and ended up coming in 3rd, having taken out 6 foes. And so that, I'm just gonna coast on that for a week before I have to do something else awesome. I gotta pace myself, you know? Can't be front-loading all of the awesomeness. Although, again, we'll get our next dose when we beat Theseus's butt, make it to the surface, and find our mom. Our collective mother. I was actually in a call not long ago with my youngest sister, and she was telling some story. She's like, oh, I came home and my dad did this. I'm like, your dad. When you say your dad, are you referring to the father that we share? And that's really where that story ends, but I thought it was a humorous and charming anecdote. Thank you. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Not really darkness, though. Darkness is... Oh, wait, no. Who would darkness be? Is that Erebus? Nyx's original spouse?
Recently beyond my senses, son of Hades. I persist here only in the fathomless
You are just the
depths.
creepiest son of a gun.
I know what lies out there, having created it.
Yeah. Okay. Excuse me? Wow, that sounds like a quick way to an early death. That's not terrible. This is probably our best bet.
Worthy trade-off.
Decreased dash distance for a few rooms, traded off for a better cast. What else has been going on lately? Doomstone, my old friend. Can't say I'm the biggest fan of this thing. But it's, I don't know, it's a bit of a toss-up between which I hate more, this thing or the giant Medusa head in Asphodel. Let alone the nightmare butterfly ball in Elysium. This thing is definitely the less preferable of the Tartarus mini-bosses compared to the 2 skeleton bombers. This one is a cooler fight, and you know what? I think I'm getting the hang of it, he says as he just dances into a wire of lasers. But it is still a juggling act I prefer not to have to take part in. What else have I been doing lately? I've been playing a good amount of RuneScape ever since that made its debut on Steam maybe a month ago. A little more. I've been reliving my childhood and getting into that. And I don't think I've talked about this. Wow, I'm taking a tremendous amount of damage here. It would be very embarrassing. And just a dang shame besides to have to lose a Death's Defiance this early. I don't think we'll have to, but we'll definitely closer than I am comfortable with. I do wish this thing would reload on its own a little better. Just when I fire my last shot, just reload. Thank you. Altogether, too many minions, I gotta say. It's to the point where it's a little gauche. Yeah, I don't remember if I've talked about... Oh, hello. That took my brain several seconds to register. Come on now, thank you. Wow, so that was terrible.
Back, won't you?
Everything about that was a disaster, and I don't even feel like I played very poorly.
Look, I'm just goddess of the hunt, not medicine, so I don't know if this is going to help.
If you've
right
got any
now,
health
but
to spare, I
here.
wouldn't turn it down, my friend. Tapestry, this is probably what I'm gonna have to take, because clearly our our default shots are not really doing the trick. Yeah, gotta be Deadly Strike. So something I realized recently, I was under the impression that the rarities of the different boons from the gods was tied to... Ooh, that's spikes. Ooh, that's spikes. Was tied to what the specific boon was. Like, Deadly Strike is always epic, whatever critical chance is always common, whatever. But I think that in reality, any boon can be any rarity. And that will make them scale better as they get upgrades from like Palms of Power. So like you can get a common or an epic deadly strike or what have you, and the epic one will be better and will get even better as you upgrade it. That's I dashed, but just heartbeat too late, apparently. Last chance. Yo, hold on. Oh no, I still have Cerberus's collar. Okay, we'll have to pick up Skelly's tooth after we beat up Megara. This is a welcome treat.
Transgressions are not tolerated.
And yet... Okay, surely you realize at this point that I don't have much patience for lasers. They're not welcome in this house unless I can start shooting them. I think there was a laser gun in Bastion. Do I get one of those here? I doubt it. Pretty sure the adamant rail is the last weapon that we can get our greedy little mitts on. So I am curious to see,
Blood and darkness.
Blood and Darkness.
Thank you, Father.
Title of my memoirs. I am curious to see what they're going to have us spending our chthonic keys on, and if we maybe can finally start putting all that Titan's blood and whatnot to use. Because I'm pretty sure our dear frenemy Skelly once told us that that'll have something to do with our weapons. Look at that. Was that dodge not textbook? Look me in the eye and tell me that dodge was not pixel perfect. I'm practically a speedrunner. What I was gonna say with getting back into RuneScape and just reliving my days as an 11-year-old was it's very funny that I distinctly remember as a child when I first got into it just playing for months and months and months with a buddy and just having a blast and walking away from it at like combat level 30 and I've just barely made any progress, but that wasn't what I was in it for. I was just there to have fun. And it was fun. And then I get into it now as a 22-year-old adult person. And I think I'd gotten my first skill to level 50 like within the first week. So I'm playing differently these days. Let's go ahead and hop into this room. La? Oh. Now who would I prefer angering? I think if we could get some more deflection, that wouldn't hurt. So let's go with Athena first.
I suppose.
No kidding. So this will replenish one use of Death's Defiance, which I think is likely worth it on its own, even let alone the bonus restoration. Last stand it is, and let's hope that that is not invoked when Arteris gets very angry at us. I mean, you could... I have no comeback to that.
Forgive me, Lady Artemis.
Please do. I promise you're still my favorite.
Stay mad forever.
Well, favorite Olympian. I think favorite... Ooh, what? Oh, that's nonsense. I dodged that. These rooms are tricky, but I knew what I was signing up for. And you know what? I've got a Death's Defiance to spare. My favorite non-Olympians, I still got... Stop that. They step on the pressure plates, and I pay the price. I ask you, is that fair? I say nay. This gun is honestly not quite meeting expectations. I keep getting it stuck on having to reload. Just kind of expecting it to initiate that on its own. So maybe that's just a pattern I've got to break.
The blood I got from Chaos.
Thank you for forgiving me,
I
Artemis.
decided not to kill you, Zagreus.
Appreciate it. Dash Strike, I feel like has more relevant if I were using a melee. Critical effects, marked. Do I even have any critical chance? I'm gonna go Hunter's Mark. Let's see if we can't pick... Ooh, Daedalus. Thank you. I've heard good things about Daedalus with this weapon, and maybe it can redeem it a little bit, because so far I'm a little less than thrilled with its performance and mine. So that is what the Hunter's Mark looks like. That only does anything... It looks like I maybe got some critical damage there. There we go. I am still eager to see if we can run into Daedalus in the flesh, which loops me right back around to what I was saying, my favorite characters who are not Olympians. My boy Sisyphus, I think, is still my main man. Thank you. Attack bounces, that'll help. Attack is a 3-round burst, you never have to reload. Well, what do you know? What was I just complaining about? Let us do that.
Good as new.
Oh, alright. I think we're now unkillable. And I'm gonna stand by that until I'm proven wrong, which I won't be, because I'm right. I don't know what I'm supposed to expect from this bag. I know the few times I've opened it, it's been a boon. And I wonder if its whole thing is just that it is a boon, but I don't know what it is, but it's 25 cheaper, which frankly isn't much cheaper. And oh, we're just shy of being able to afford the food and the boon. But it's Meg up next, and frankly I feel like I've got her down pretty well.
If there happens to be something really horrible awaiting me beyond that door...
So I'm just gonna go for the boon.
Great.
And trust that we can get through this.
Oh, good. We meet again.
Oh, hey, Persephone.
Looked like
Or Aphrodite. I don't know what it... I guess just the P there. Now, I don't like that these are all common. Would have liked some higher rarities, but so be it. I think Death Blast is likely... Yeah. I think we need Death Blast. Because that'll apply to all types of all types of attacks, just whenever we kill an enemy. Hello, Megara.
Oh, hello.
What? Where did you get the rail? Do you know what you have?
Yes.
Where are your customary weapons?
It is gun.
I left them at home. And I sort of know what I have, in as much as it's largely responsible for getting me this far.
I guess.
Would you like to see a demonstration?
Yes, I would. I always have, as a matter of fact.
That's good, because I insist anyway. Gotta be wary of the range on this sucker. Oh, look at that. Much better.
That's just not enough.
Now, one of these times, I know we're gonna beat this fight without taking any damage. We're getting Meg's patterns down. And if I can do it, this fight will be that fight. I'm gonna try my darndest. What's she doing? Sit down. Ooh, busting that out early. Oh, I tried to dodge, but I was locked into the shooting animation. One of these days, I'm telling you. No damage. It's coming. I keep almost getting it. I've had several fights against Meg where I only take damage once. And who knows? This can't be one of them anymore, because I just took damage a second time. But this can almost be one of them. Oh no, my nose is just barely starting to run. And my tissues are on the other side of the room. Woe is me. I truly am being punished in the other world. Ouch. Usually those don't get me. My reflexes are clearly just not quite up to snuff tonight. Just keep swimming. Just keep swimming. Now I am hopeful that our lovely cast from our dear friend Athena, that's what I was figuring, will do nicely with the reflection on that attack. That. Come on, Meg. Can we just sit down and talk this out? I mean, no, we can't, not anymore. But we could have. We didn't have to fight.
Did it?
It did. More Titan's blood for the coffers. Did Exegriff just shudder? I had a question. Pardon me while I do quickly grab myself a tissue.
Moving on.
Terribly unprofessional of me to have a nose. And with that, we'll lose a little max health, but we're definitely going to want to snag that lucky tooth. And you know what? 100 health is not that bad.
Going up. Cheers.
Onward and forward. What time are we at? 20 minutes? You know what? I think then that is actually where we're going to wrap this up. It feels like this one really went by fast. I hope it lasted an eternity for you. I hope that all of my videos last a veritable eternity. And I hope it's an entertaining one. And on that note, this is where I am going to wrap up. Thank you for tuning in this week. I hope you tune in again once again next week. As always, leave a comment, leave a like, leave a suggestion, leave hate mail. Please don't leave hate mail. I will see you next time. Take care. Goodbye.